Also new this morning, state police in Sturbridge arresting a Brockton man for possession of drugs and guns while driving on I-84 last Monday. A state trooper was patrolling the highways when he conducted a random check of a minivan's registration. That's when the trooper determined the van's registration had been revoked due to an insurance issue. And after following the car to a nearby gas station off the highway, state and Sturbridge police confirming that the driver, 30-year-old Jeffrey B.N. Ame, also had an active warrant out for his arrest. Police also finding a large amount of suspected marijuana in plain sight in the car, as well as 2 handguns, 3 loaded magazines, over 40 rounds of ammunition. B.N. Ame was taken into custody, now facing a number of additional charges.